Hi everyone, my name is Marian. So on my channel you saw different cars. This one I present today it's Chrysler Dodge Intrepid. Here in Canada was named Chrysler. So this car, as you can see on my table, I bought in August 2001. It was a car made in 94 with 239,000 kilometers. I bought it with $4,463, all tax includes. After I bought the car, I proceed to the first oil changement, and I add some additive for the engine. I replaced the spark plugs with Bosch Platinum. I went to a garage and they charged me um, $17.25 for the labor. All this it was $90.58. Later on, I didn't find it in um, my book where I'm not all my maintenance operation. I didn't find the dates for the next ones, so it seemed like it passed 1 year since the first registration. 241,000 kilometers. I replaced the engine air filter. I bought a Canadian Tire Motomaster with $100 and I replaced it myself on 244, so like 5,000 kilometers since I bought the car. I replaced again the engine. I went to a garage. They had a Jeep synthetic winter. Yeah, it was close to the winter because the car was bought in August, so it was probably in November. I paid $35 for that filter, engine oil, and labor. 247,000 kilometers. I bought new tires because those one was pretty used, and they balanced them, they installed them, all this. It was almost $400. 251,000 kilometers. Again, oil replacement with a filter, same garage, $20, but this time I used mineral oil. Next one, 256,000 kilometers, again $20, engine oil replacement. Until here, I was pretty well with the car, not too many problems. After a year, I arrived at 258,000 kilometers. I went to have a oil change, and a mechanic there moved the wheels, and in the front left, I had the inner tie rod was finished. That kind of inner tie rod have a bushing at the end. It's different, reported to German or Asian product producers. So that bushing was finished. They asked for a part to Dodge Chrysler. The part was expensive. All this it was $490 with the change oil, with the filter, with everything. In 17 September 2002, 258 400, I had to go to make a wheel alignment because change that you can have troubles with that, and you can finish your tires if not well, the wheel are not properly aligned. So from September to January, no more problems. At that time I replaced the oil, I replaced the filter, I replaced even the transmission fluid and filter. This was at 261. In that period I saw again a few times the car didn't start well, so I went to my garage and he told me it was a little problem there with the timing chain, so I replaced it. Uh, Everything, work and parts was $365. And this, on the clock, it was 262,000 kilometers. About this I'm gonna tell you a story in a different video. June 20, 2003. So let's say 4 months later, I replace again the oil filter and the oil on the engine, and I had a check engine, and I had to replace the oxygen sensor on left side. The labor was $42, and here you have the prices. It was almost $100. The oxygen filter, everything, it was $175. July, 269,000 kilometers. I found a ball joint on right front side. I had to replace on the front side the brake pads. I had found a noise at the water pump or alternator. I went to a garage. The labor was $137. Ball joint, brake pads, everything through $346. All those monies are Canadian dollars. 10 July, after 2 days only, I went to garage to replace the water pump. It was 1 hour of labor and 8 liters of Preston. A water pump wasn't too expensive. It's $56, and everything it was $132. 20 July, 10 days later, to 72,000 kilometers. I had to replace the engine oil and the inner tie rod on the other side. 2 hour labor for all. And all this story cost me $245. I'm not remember. I didn't find play notations about what was the price of the tie rod. September 10, 275, so 3,000 kilometers later. Steering pump. Yeah, that was finished. I went in a little excursion around 70-80 kilometers from home. When came back, I let the car on the street, and when come back to move the car in the backyard or where I kept it, and I found oil under the car. So the steering pump was finished. I replaced it myself. Meantime, I bought my tools, and I bought the steering pump. I bought oil. I replaced the accessory belt too, and everything was $169. After a month, 9 October, to 76,000 kilometers, I start to have troubles with the crank sensor. I didn't know what's happened. The car stops, even at the light or everywhere. Not during the car was running, just waiting for the light or something like that. So I went to a friend, to a garage. Someone recommended me to go to a garage, and there I wasn't able to arrive there. So a guy sent me to a different one, closer. I let the car there. Those boys there was very good boys, and they found what was the problem. And here you have $61 for labor. The crank sensor was $76. They asked for a computer test, taxes, and everything was almost $200. After that, no more problem with car stopping. November 9, a month later, I had a link bar in the front, left and right. Those was loose, so I bought myself the parts, $62. It was 277,000 kilometers. 15 November 277. I had to replace the engine oil and the filter. I put mineral. I do it myself. February 2004, 281,000 kilometers. Oil replacement, and I had to replace the boot cardan front right. I hear noises when I was takes right. So I went to a garage. I had to pay $158. 14 March to 83,000 kilometers. I had to replace my battery. It was finished, so I bought one from Costco, $75. I replaced it myself. 15 May to 90,000 kilometers. Oil replacement. This was the price, $25 for oil and filter. I replaced it myself. September 2005 to 95. Again, I changed the oil and filter. October 2005 to 96,000 kilometers. I had to replace the brakes, front, rear rotors, pads. I do myself. The rotor were $100, pads 78 for all part. In the back side I had to the shoes, so all the part was $178. I did it myself. May 1st, 2006, 300,000 kilometer. I had troubles with the alternator, was blocked. I think the bearing there was finished. So I bought a second-hand one, and I bought a new pump, water pump, and accessory belt, and I replaced them myself too. If I remember that car, at that time I gave the car to someone, and the car stops because the alternator was finished. So water pump again, troubles with that. It was very, I don't know, well, bad dimension of that water pump because I had to replace it 3 times or twice, if I remember well. So in 2006, in November 16, 309,000 kilometers, I sold the car to a colleague. He gave me $120, $5 more than I received where I bought the other car. So totally, since I bought the car, I had 69,700 kilometers. But here is the discussion. Sometimes the car didn't register the kilometers, or the board was cancelled. I had the airbag light on, and I made even 2,000 kilometers road. Even I went from here to Toronto, from Montreal, Toronto, and come back to 1,200 kilometers. No 1 kilometer on the car. So I suppose I had like 75,000 kilometers done with the car in 5 years and 3 months. Totally it was 63 months. I paid for the only for the maintenance. I had to pay $3,500. Owner cost was the price of the car plus maintenance cost less the resale value was $7,611. If I divide this by the number of months in service, I had like $1,220 per month. Monthly I had an average of 1,100 kilometers, but with that discussion that I think it's a little bit bigger, but not too much. So if I have statistics here, I calculate the average cost per kilometer if I add buying price, maintenance, insurance, and fuel. And from 11 cents, I arrive at 27 cents per kilometer. Monthly cost, it was $301. The same buying price, maintenance, insurance, and fuel. Yearly I paid $3,613 with the car. I kept the car 5 years. I paid all these monies on this car. So this was the story and the facts of my Chrysler Intrepid. In the next video I'm gonna tell you why I bought Dodge Intrepid. Thank you for watching. Have nice and safe trips. Goodbye.